Bugatti Chiron. Brake mechanisms are tested by car manufacturers on a regular basis. There's nothing unusual in this procedure, but at the end of last year, Bugatti still managed to astonish the whole world. They uploaded a video showing the testing of the world's first brake calipers printed using 3D printing technology. In December 2018, Volkswagen opened a 3D printing center at its Wolfsburg plant. The technology brought the attention of car enthusiasts from all over the world, and Bugatti was one of the first brands to try it out. These calipers, developed specially for the Bugatti Chiron, were printed there. The video shows a brake disc and a caliper with pads. They are repeatedly accelerated up to 380 km per hour and then sharply slowed down to 60 to 80 km per hour. As you can see, the details heat up to a temperature over 1000 degrees Celsius, but they keep working. It takes 45 hours to create one of these amazing calipers. Special lasers melt titanium powder, then a 3D printer creates the piece. Amazingly, although the material is applied in 2,213 layers, the brake caliper is twice as light as a traditional one. Mercedes-Benz. At some point, every car owner must have faced a dilemma. Choose expensive but original spare parts, or save money and buy non-original ones. The Mercedes-Benz company, one of the world leaders in the automotive industry, pays great attention to the quality of the auto parts it produces. This video was created to demonstrate why you should always opt for original parts. Externally, the details look identical. However, you can clearly see the difference by subjecting the parts to really heavy loads. In real life, these are the very situations where the safety of the driver, the safety of the passengers, and other road users depends on the proper functioning of the internal components. Here, 2 brake discs, original and fake, were subjected to the same load. It's noteworthy that during a sudden braking, the part heats up to 840 degrees Celsius. The differences after the test are visible to the naked eye. Here's how different parts behave on the road as well. So it's obvious which details are safer. Tesla Model 3. Euro NCAP is a European committee that conducts independent crash tests. During the test, active safety is assessed, which shows how much the car's properties are meant to prevent accidents. Passive safety is also assessed, that is, how the vehicle reduces the severity of accidents. In the early summer of this year, Euro NCAP showed a crash test of the Tesla Model 3. The video shows how various aspects were tested. First of all, a full frontal impact test was conducted. The car collides with a heavy barrier at a speed of 50 km per hour. Next, an offset frontal test. Here, the car crashes into a barrier at 64 km and with a 40% overlap. The next test shows what happens to the car and the people inside it when it collides with a post affecting the driver's door area. As a result of the crash test, the Tesla Model 3 received 5 stars out of 5. Trucks. A few years ago, the Swedish truck manufacturer Scania Group showed impressive scenes of its heavy haulage tractor's crash test. The fact is that every vehicle produced by the company is subject to the highest safety requirements. Heavy-duty tractors can create extremely dangerous situations on the road. That's why it's so important to conduct a variety of tests, reveal deficiencies and imperfections in design, and then work on fixing them. In this video, for example, a side airbag is being tested. To do this, the car turns abruptly at a speed of 65 km/h. Among other tests, the tractors have been subjected to a head-on collision with a passenger car. The crash against a concrete fence on the road looks spectacular, and it's terrifying to imagine what would happen to a person if the tractor crashed into a solid obstacle on the road. These tests are conducted in special hangars, as well as on old airfields. Of course, it's not safe to use real people, so special dummies are placed inside the vehicles. We'll also show the importance of using seatbelts. The dummies were not fastened on purpose, so you can see with your own eyes what happened to them. School buses. Children's safety is usually the thing people care most about, and it's very strange to see statistics indicating that between 2008 and 2017, more than 1,000 people died from accidents involving school buses. That's why it's so important to always buckle up, and secondly, to test buses in a timely manner and improve them in every way possible. It's noteworthy that not all school buses are currently equipped with seatbelts. Crash tests gradually help to solve the problem. All of these tests have been conducted to demonstrate the difference in the degree of safety. Some dummies aren't fastened on purpose, while the rest are secured to the seats with seatbelts. As you can see, if there were people instead of dummies, it's unlikely that they'd have avoided injuries. By the way, during the tests, the bus speed is not out of this world. Usually the speed varies from 50 to 60 km/h. This means that in real life, the crash would be even more frightening. Sherry QQ. We left the most impressive crash test you've ever seen for dessert. There is a certain rating indicating the degree of safety provided by the car. This rating is measured by stars, where the tested model can get from 0 to 5 stars. The Chinese urban car, the Sherry QQ, which you see on the screen, failed the test, resulting in exactly 0 stars. According to generally accepted rules, during a head-on collision, the door should never open, even slightly. Moreover, the door must hold the car frame in place to prevent it from deforming. For this purpose, a sturdy metal bar is usually placed inside. In some tests, as you can see, the car's door opened slightly, which led to a weakening of the passenger compartment. There's also no airbags. The front seat belts don't have force limiters, and in other words, it's no surprise that the Sherry QQ failed the test.